Hello everybody, welcome to another reaction video on Peace Beats with Dan Blackwell. I am here in drizzly Oxfordshire today and we are going to be listening to Ren's Seven Sins. I went for the lyric video, that looked like the best one to go for. I've had a lot of requests for this, particularly since I reacted to Ren's Fire in the Booth, which was amazing. Because I mentioned about how cool it would be for Ren to rap in Welsh, and there was a Welsh line in the Fire in the Booth that I didn't quite pick up on, even after saying all that, but it was very, very fast. Everybody said you must check out Seven Sins. I don't speak Welsh myself. I'm just a very big advocate for, you know, just kind of getting it out there. I go to Wales a lot. I've been to a lot of places in Wales where everybody's speaking Welsh, and you know, it's good to see it represented. I love seeing artists like Kneecap and the Rubber Bandits in Ireland when they're rapping in Gaelic. You know, it's really, really, really cool to see, and I just thought it would be cool for the Welsh language to be put on the map more as well by artists like Ren. And apparently, the opening of this song is in Welsh, so very, very cool. Let's get straight into it and see what's going on. Seven sins, the seven deadly sins from the Bible. I've noticed a lot of Bible references in Ren's work. I don't know if he is religious or if it's just a great source to kind of draw from artistically. But yes, I don't know if you guys have seen the film Seven. You should if you haven't. But there may be a reference to that within this or not. I'm not sure. But let's get straight into it. Oh, sorry, Ren. Before we get in, I just want to quickly talk about this instrumental. So firstly, we have pizzicato strings, and we talked before about that's how when you pluck strings on a violin, viola, cello. And to me, this sounds like pizzicato strings that have been written by a guitarist. It feels very guitar, and that's a really, really cool effect. But then when this possibly a viola or a violin, I'm not sure, comes in, and it's this really dark, evil effect they've kind of got on it with the way they're playing. There's a real, it's not a full tremolo or anything, but there's a shakiness to both hands that's going on with the performance of this, which just gives it that eerie, unsettling kind of feeling, which is just perfectly setting the musical scene to talk about the seven deadly sins. I had to pause it straight away and just say, like, that's perfect. And with the dramatic bass, boom, boom, that really, it grabs you straight away, doesn't it? Let's get into it. If we can. Thank you.
I lay broken on the kitchen floor. I clawed at the laminate. Pain wandered my body, an uninvited guest. Bones of a home where the devil could rest. I cursed the gods, cursed my messiah, cursed my maker. I cursed all of creation. There I lay, feeble and thin. Sick boy, seven my sin. Have you ever felt pain? Stomach wrenching, unrelenting. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? Condescending, muscles clenching. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? A rose emerges from the pavement cracks. I'll write my eulogy with broken glass. Eternal parallax.
Pain.
Pain the author, I accept this. Pain the teacher, bruised apprentice. Pain was this thing, pain will come. Pain the mother, I'm the son. Pain that splits you, and too many hits you. The dark and the light, I'll converge to one. twist you, the heavens dismiss you, the Father, the Ghost, and the Holy Son. Body bags, body bagging me. Zip it up quick, cut they things on B. I search for peace in the belly of a beast. Sick boy, onomatopoeia. Running up a fever, following a leader. Wanna be me, huh? Grass isn't greener. Bright lights, seizure, dynamite dealer. Dine at the table of the coroner, E-top for 13 years and I've been feeling so stuck. Lucky number 13, just my luck. Empires tumble, rubble and dust. The universe shrinks and the planets combust. In God we trust. God tied a noose to his neck and he walked to the edge and he jumped. Angels wept, I bear witness, watching the whole thing unfold from my bed. A bed where I never deep rest, a bed where I'm always depressed. A bed with the human oppressed, a bed for a tomb where I slept. A bed in the room that's a womb for this mess. Sick boy bitten by a tick boy, tell me how it feels to be buried while you breathe. Stones and sticks boy, pain is a gift boy. Hard to make a stand when you crawl on your knees and I kneel.
It's really interesting what he was saying early on there about pain being a teacher. And I think there's a lot in that. But I think that pain can absolutely be a teacher, and it can give you context to life and death, because pain is often the journey in between. You know, coming into the earth, leaving the earth is a journey of pain, and for some people it's in life entirely is a journey of pain. And it's kind of, as a student of pain, are you able to learn lessons from it, or do you let it defeat you? I think that's the kind of two avenues you can go down with pain. And Ren, obviously, with his health problems that he's had with Lyme disease and everything, he's suffered and been through excruciating pain, and that ongoing pain. The worst kind of pain, in my opinion, is when it's chronic and it's constant. You know, like short, sharp shock, getting punched or cut or something. It's kind of like, okay, you know, that's kind of fine. But if it's like, okay, now lie in bed for 6 months in pain, that's going to psychologically test you, you know? And I think what's very inspiring about Ren is that he's a great student of the teacher of pain. You know, he's kind of taken these lessons and he's gone and done all these amazing things. He's written all these amazing songs. He's done all this to help other people, to lift other people up who are in pain, to bring them all together, you know, to do what he's doing. That's what's so inspiring, and because it would be so easy to give into it. I can't imagine the pain that Ren has been through. I've never had any kind of illness like this, but you know, one can kind of empathize and imagine, you know, what that would be like. But I find with pain on a sort of smaller scale, my experiences with pain are there's things you can do psychologically to deal with certain pains. It gets to a certain point and that's something else, but you can do a lot psychologically to change the way you deal with pain internally. So I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, one time I was getting a tattoo and it was right on my diaphragm and on my chest plate, and it was like very big, and it was hours and hours and hours, and you know, it was like a 7-needle gun kind of thing. And the way I kind of got through that is, rather than trying to block out the pain, I accepted it and then tried to change how I perceived pain. If I just start thinking of it as electricity or something, what is this? You know, this discomfort. Can I change internally how I feel about it? Rather than trying to meditate, go to some other place, some happy place, I was like, no, stay with this and turn this into something else that you don't dislike. And very quickly, I was able to, it stopped being uncomfortable, and I even fell asleep for a couple of hours. So, you know, I think, obviously, that kind of pain is nothing compared to what Ren is talking about here. Don't think it's just like, oh yeah, Ren's been through pain, well I got a tattoo. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. But just as an analogy, pain is something that you, like, it's possible to kind of change what it is in certain ways mentally. And I guess what I'm saying is you can either be a victim to it, or if you can, you can learn from it and become more from it. Because would Ren be as wise as and have the same level of creative output? Would he have made the same waves in the world without having had these experiences? It's an interesting question. You know, the guy is undoubtedly talented in so many ways, but you know, what effect kind of has this had on him in because he's turned a lot of negatives into positives, hasn't he? You know, he hasn't wallowed in it. He hasn't just sat there and done nothing like a lot of us would, you know? He's made amazing art out of all this pain. That was one hell of a tangent, and I hope it made sense, and I hope it wasn't, you know, don't take it the wrong way, because my intention is very much positive on this. Let's hear more. There are so many lyrics in here that are just firing off. But to me, in summary, that's kind of what I got from the first 2 minutes of this track. That's what really, like, the stuff that stuck in my head, to the things he was saying. Let's keep listening.
How it feels to be buried while you breathe. Stones and sticks, boy, pain is a gift, boy. Hard to make a stand when you crawl on your knees, and I kneel. I kneel at the altar of my own disease, and I beg this guy for mercy. Mercy never came. That did me dirty. 33 and hurting, cursing. Jesus died at 33, and still my sins are lurking. Gears are turning, future stays uncertain. Surgeon incision, murder ambition. Fear of the unknown preserves a religion. Denounced the gods when my body went missing. Back then, the pain spray ricochet like a Mac 10. Hot lead hit the bed that was trapped in. Red wings, seraphim out of God's grace. Cried tears from heaven like clapping. Stick pins in the voodoo Hendrix. Thick skin, stay humble Kendrick. Stay skeptic, check the biometrics. Bloodstained crime scene forensic. Lights on, lights out. Fade into the background. So down. Running from the silhouette of self-doubt. By now, really should have figured this shit out. Lights on, lights out. Smackdown. Let it be. Quote John Lennon. Click clack, John got shot for attention. What does that tell you about the good of intentions? Bitterness formed in a storm of aggression. Prophets get dropped, imagining heaven. Martin Luther, my hands are dead. 6-6 followed by 6 and 7. Build and praise and bury them dead. I was born to be half a man with half a chance. My heart isn't half righteous. Half is down and half a gram. Half those troubles and thoughts stay darker than Urukai master plan. Sharper than glass shards, splinter and cinnamon. Irony could kill a man. Pay makes money when the music lands. Expand, pay me my cheese, rain down parmesan. Followed by 7 whole sins for a self-made Armageddon. Sin 1, pride. Pride makes a man kill a man for his ego to survive. Sin 2, lust makes the grass look greener. Crucifies trust. Sin 3, gluttony. Humans consume and consume. Planet Earth gets a frontal lobotomy. 4, sloth. Rinse and repeat. Reruns, repeat. Time lost. Sin 5, envy. That's when one man's win is another man's frenzy. Sin 6, wrath, rage, vengeance, killers, psychopath. Sin 7, greed. Greed plants a seed that will destroy us all if we succumb to greed. If we take what we need, then take more than we need, then our oceans will bleed. Still we feed and we sleep and repeat. Then we exile the shepherds and follow the sheep. We inherit the meat. We inherit this world that we bruise and we beat. We inherit this vanity, circles of creeds. Inherit the liars, the murderous thieves. One sin for every one day of the week.
That's a lot to take in right there, both lyrically and musically. And the music and the lyrics, they kind of go in tandem like that, of this constant journey, isn't it? I don't know if I kind of registered any kind of chorus or standard song structure within that. I'd have to listen again, but I was kind of just taken down this wormhole, and the music is constantly evolving. And I've got to say, like, from a producer's standpoint, this would be a hell of a lot of fun to work on. When you get, you know, Ren to lay down the lyrics and say, like, I'm sure Ren worked on this, does a lot of the music. just to bring these lyrics alive musically would be so much fun, and they've clearly had so much fun with it. The use of bass, the use of strings, the use of samples, the little breaks, the little weird sounds they've got in there. It's disjointed and it's uncomfortable at times, and that's perfect for what this is, because it's a reflection on all of the darkest sides of humanity. And geesh, that was amazing. I loved all the references as well. Like we went through, there was a little section, I'll see if I can find it here. Yeah. This bit was really, really cool.
Red wings, seraphim out of God's grace. Cried tears from heaven like clapping. Stick pins in the voodoo Hendrix. Thick skin, stay humble Kendrick. Stay skeptic, check the biometrics. Bloodstained crime scene forensic. Lights on, lights out.
And yeah, and then we go into this, and this feels like a chorus here. Very interesting musically, a very interesting journey with it. Ah, man, he's got such a distinctive voice as well, doesn't he, Ren? I really, really enjoyed this one. Now, the reason I kind of chose to do Seven Sins today, because the last video I did was How to Be Me by Ren and Chinchilla, and it was amazing. But I kind of got to a point at the end of it where I realized there's a lot I don't know about Ren personally. I kind of made a decision when I started doing Ren reactions to purely listen to the music, and I don't go off and read about him. I decided to keep it really organic in that way and just kind of take his art at face value interpretively. You know, I had a bit of a troll comment the other day on that video, kind of saying like, oh, tell me you don't know anything about Ren without saying it. And it's like, you know, it really frustrated that I don't know that, you know, that you haven't read up on his backstory and all this stuff. And you know, and I know I don't give any attention to negative people, but it made me reflect on it a little bit, and kind of go, that's been really good up to this point, to kind of not know. And I just made that decision to do the journey like this, listen to his music, and I'm kind of discovering his life through his art without going and reading an article, listening to an interview or anything like that. I did react to the 1 million subscribers, but I'm thinking at this point, before I go on to For Joe and the word that I can't say apparently on YouTube, which is ridiculous, I need to know more, because I kind of ended the last video going, I've got a lot to say, but I don't want to say it based on an interpretation that may be incorrect. I need to know a little bit more about him personally before I can give an educated and properly thought through comment on it. So I'm thinking, I will get to my point eventually. It's the morning and I'm moving a little slow today, but I'm thinking of perhaps doing a reaction to the chapters, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about that idea. Is that a good idea? Is it something I should just go off and do myself? Or would you like to go on the journey with me, and I can kind of pause throughout and kind of comment on what he's saying? I haven't seen them. I don't know anything about them. I've been told they're amazing and emotional, and that they'll give a lot of context that would be really good for me to know before I move on to these more personal songs. And if I do those, should I do a long form video, you know, where I do all of them back to back? Should I do it like that? Should I do it as a live stream? Should I do them separated, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3? Should I do both? Should I release them long form and then break them up into individual chapters? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. And I'd love to know your thoughts on this song. Just amazing. Thanks again for taking the journey with me down the Ren rabbit hole, everybody. I really appreciate it. I put out a call to arms the other day that I'm officially on a mission to react to every single song that Ren has ever done. I'm going to go back to his old stuff and the Big Push and all of that. I'm going for like a full completion with it, you know. So if anybody you know is interested in joining me on that journey, do let them know and post it in any forums or anything like that. If you enjoy my reaction videos, hit the subscribe button. If you want to make a personal request of a Ren song or any song at all, I have a Buy Me a Coffee and the link will be in the description and in the comments. Anything at all is greatly appreciated and I will send you a personal video reply and I will definitely get around to your reaction. I've got a little list and I'm going through them. I also have a YouTube membership if you want to sign up today. It's only $5 a month and I'd love to see you in there. We've got original music, we've got sleep mixes from fantasy soundtracks, all based around composition, orchestral music and electronic music, but all kind of geared towards relaxation, chilling out and all that good stuff, de-stress, anti-anxiety, that I know you guys would love. So I would love to see you in there. And as always, guys, take care, peace and love. I've got to find the button now. Where is it? Peace.